Mavic Air 2 comes with a newly designed remote controller for improved user experience. In this video, we will introduce the features and functions of the Mavic Air 2 remote controller. Starting from the right, there is the power button, flight mode switch, and RTH button. Power button. Press the power button once to check the battery level of the remote controller. Press twice and hold for 2 seconds to power the remote controller on or off. Flight mode switch. From left to right, the flight mode switch controls 3 modes that you can manually select. Make sure the switch is set to normal mode, which is the center setting. Press and hold the RTH button until the remote controller beeps to initiate RTH. The drone will fly back to the last recorded home point. Press again to cancel RTH. The customizable button is at the top left of the remote controller. Press the customizable button once to turn on the auxiliary bottom light, and then press it again to turn off the light. Press the customizable button twice to recenter the gimbal. You can customize the functions of this button in the app, depending on your needs and preferences. Press the photo-video toggle in the upper right corner once to switch between taking a photo or recording a video. Press the shoot record button at the top to take a photo or record a video. Use the gimbal dial to control camera tilt. Thank you for watching the Mavic Air 2 remote controller tutorial. If the status indicator of the aircraft blinks yellow quickly when powered on, linking is required to control the aircraft with the remote controller. This tutorial contains linking the remote controller with the DJI Fly app, linking the remote controller with combination button, power on the aircraft, connect the mobile device with the remote controller, and open up the DJI Fly app. Tap Connect Aircraft at the bottom right to enter the connection interface. Next, tap Settings, and then tap Connect to Aircraft at the bottom of the control page. The linking process will start when the remote controller beeps. Press and hold the power button for about 4 seconds, then release it after it begins beeping. The battery indicator will activate, and the aircraft will begin the linking process. When the remote controller stops beeping, the app will display the image transmission screen, indicating that the linking was successful. You can also link the remote controller with combination buttons by simultaneously pressing the customizable button, the photo-video button, and the shutter record button at the top. The remote controller will start to beep after 2 seconds. Then you can begin the linking process. Press and hold the power button for approximately 4 seconds and release it once it begins to beep. The aircraft will start the linking process. When the remote controller stops beeping, the app will display the image transmission screen, indicating that the linking was successful. Thank you for watching. Before flight, linking Mavic Mini with the remote controller is necessary if you are prompted to do so by the DJI Fly app. Linking is only required when the aircraft status indicator blinks yellow quickly, and the battery level LEDs of the remote controller blink slowly. Linking via the DJI Fly app. Open the DJI Fly app. Tap to connect the aircraft. To enter the live camera view, tap the settings icon on the top right and select Control and Connect to the aircraft. When the remote controller beeps continuously with the battery LEDs blinking in sequence, it means the remote controller is ready to link. Press the aircraft power button and hold for approximately 4 seconds. The aircraft will beep once, and the battery level LEDs will blink in sequence, indicating it is ready to link. When the live camera view is displayed on the app, it means linking is successful. The remote controller will then stop beeping, and the LEDs on the aircraft and RC will also stop blinking. Linking via physical buttons. To link with the aircraft, you can also press the remote controller power button and hold for 4 seconds. Then, press and hold the aircraft power button for 4 seconds to begin linking. In this video, we will show you how to use the DJI motion controller and enjoy a flight experience unlike anything else. The USB-C port at the bottom of the motion controller can be used to charge the device and connect to a computer for firmware updates. The power button is on the right side of the device. Press once to check the battery level. Press once and then hold for 2 seconds to power the device on or off. The accelerator is located on the outward-facing side of the device. Press the accelerator to move the aircraft forward. Apply more pressure to fly faster. Release the accelerator to stop flying forward. On the user-facing side of the device, you'll find the lock button, brake button, and the mode button. Use the lock button to make the aircraft take off or land. Use the brake button to activate the emergency brake and hover feature, or to make the aircraft return to the home point. Press the mode button once to switch between modes. On the left side of the device, you'll find the gimbal tilt slider and the shutter record button. Adjust the gimbal tilt slider to control gimbal tilt. Press the shutter record button once to take a photo, or to start or stop recording a video. Press and hold the shutter record button to switch between photo and video mode. Press and hold the power button of the aircraft until the battery level indicators blink in sequence. Press and hold the power button of the motion controller until it beeps continually and the battery level indicators blink in sequence. The motion controller stops beeping when linking is successful, and both the battery level indicators turn solid and display the battery level. Connect the USB-C port of the goggles to your mobile device. Open the DJI Fly app and follow the prompts to activate. If the motion controller is not using the latest version, there will be a prompt on the top left corner of the DJI Fly homepage for a firmware update. Tap the prompt to update to the latest firmware. Before you fly, be sure to place the aircraft in an open, unobstructed location. Check the goggles interface to make sure there are no warning prompts and that GPS signal is adequate. Press the lock button twice to start the aircraft motors. Press the lock button and hold, and the aircraft will take off automatically and hover approximately 1 meter above the ground. Press the accelerator to control the drone to fly towards the circle seen on the goggles interface. Tilt the device up or down, and the circle in the center of the goggles screen will move up or down accordingly. Press the accelerator and the drone will fly towards the location indicated by the circle. To ascend or descend vertically, control the circle on the screen to move up or down until it changes color. Once circle color has changed, press the accelerator and the drone will fly up or down vertically. If you want to make a turn, rotate your wrist and forearm to move the circle on the screen to the left or right. The drone will rotate in the same direction as the motion controller does. You can also hold the motion controller and tilt your forearm to the left or right to make a turn. Press the accelerator and the drone will fly towards the circle. Tilt the device while pressing and the drone will make a turn. To make a quick turn, turn the motion controller quickly 180 degrees, and the drone will do the same. Press and hold the brake button on the device. The drone will automatically enter Smart RTH. When the drone is returning to the home point, please pay attention to any real-time changes of the home point location. Make sure your surroundings are safe for landing in advance. Due to the limited precision of GPS positioning, there may be a slight difference between the home point and actual landing location. If the status indicator of the aircraft blinks yellow quickly when powered on, linking is required to control the aircraft with the remote controller. Linking the remote controller with the DJI Fly app. Power on the aircraft. Connect the mobile device with the remote controller and open up the DJI Fly app. Tap Connect Aircraft at the bottom right. Tap the settings icon on the top right and select Control and Connect to the aircraft. When the remote controller beeps continuously with the battery LEDs blinking in sequence, it means the remote controller is ready to link. Press the aircraft power button and hold for approximately 4 seconds. The aircraft will beep once, and the battery level LEDs will blink in sequence, indicating it is ready to link. The remote controller will then stop beeping, and the LEDs on the aircraft and RC will also stop blinking. When the live camera view is displayed on the app, it means linking is successful. Linking the remote controller with combination buttons. You can also link the remote controller with combination buttons by simultaneously pressing the customizable button at the top left, the photo video button at the top right, and the shutter record button at the top. The remote controller will start to beep after 2 seconds. Press and hold the battery switch for approximately 4 seconds and release it once it begins to beep. The aircraft will start the linking process. When the remote controller stops beeping, the app will display the image transmission screen, indicating that the linking was successful. Thank you for watching.
Hello, and welcome to this DJI tutorial video. DJI remote controllers contain lithium polymer batteries. In this video, we'll share some usage and storage recommendations so you can maintain your remote controller's battery health over time. Battery life may be reduced if the controller is not in use for a long time. Do not store the battery for long periods if the battery level is lower than 10%, as the battery may over-discharge and the battery cells may be damaged. If leaving your remote controller idle for a long period of time, place the remote controller in a sealed bag or fire-proof bag and store it around 25 degrees Celsius. Also, discharge the battery to 40 to 60% prior to storage. Fully charge and discharge the battery once every 3 months to maintain battery health. Do not allow the batteries to come into contact with any kind of liquid. Do not leave the remote controller out in the rain or near sources of moisture. Electrolytes in the battery are highly corrosive. If any electrolytes leak, please contact DJI support as soon as possible. The remote controller should be charged in temperatures from 0 to 40 degrees Celsius. Always use a DJI-approved charger, and disconnect the charger when charging is complete. Follow these steps to maintain optimal remote controller battery health. Thank you for watching.